guys, it's your friendly neighborhood 20 here to show off our fantabulous free with purchase Vintage Soul. This iNSD only starting today, May 2nd through May 5th. Okay, this is it. It's pretty. I like it. Let me show you what I did with it. Let's turn that off. I just added in there so you could see. And what I did is I used a template from Jen Maddox for her May anthology called Enchanted Forest. All right, and this is what I made. And it's called Second Chance because a year ago tomorrow I had major surgery that, well, it saved my life. I have a second chance. And let me show you what I did. Everything here on the right that's red is what was in the original template. Okay, and I made quite a few changes, but the basic template is the same. Now when I work with a template, I always start at the bottom. And what I've done is I've put in a paper by Mixed Media by Erin, and I just slid that right in. I love the little pieces it has on the edges, the roses, the stamps. I mean, really, that's all I did. Instead of the babbling, where I could put in my journaling, I added in a element by Lisa Rosa Designs, and it just has a fun old-timey text that I thought went really well with this typewriter by Jen Maddox. And as long as I'm at the typewriter, it's near the top because it's on top of all my other elements. I want to show you this butterfly. This butterfly actually came with the template, and I changed just one thing about it. I changed how the drop shadow goes. And you can either go and click the FX down here, or you can click the FX down at the bottom of the layer palette. And you can here right click and edit the drop shadow. Now what I did was, Jen had a drop shadow that kind of looked like this, and I really like the flyaway drop shadow. What you can do is you can go over to your workspace, click on the drop shadowed element, and just move the shadow wherever you like. I really like doing this. It's just fun. See how fun it is? Woo! Alright, so that's what I did. I moved it down so it really pops the butterfly off my page like a 3D effect. And that's something I like. You may not, to each his own. This is how I get it done. Okay, I'm going to go back down to the bottom because what I really wanted to use was this brick paper by Mixed Media by Erin, and I'm going to release the clipping mask. You can see it's just this great big brick paper, and I really hit a brick wall trying to get medical treatment here in Germany because I was too old and too fat. Thankfully in America they said we can help you, and help me they did. Hence, therefore, so forth, the second chance. All right, let's put that clipping mask back. Let's go ahead and disable the layer mask so you can see what the original was. And it went over and covered the roses of Erin's paper, and I didn't want that. So I went ahead and added the layer mask and went and colored it in where I didn't want to see it on my actual page. All right, I hope I said that right. Then I went and replaced the clipping mask that's down here with another Jen Maddox artsy bit, because I love our artsy bits. And this one is from Vintage Soul. Everything here you see is from Vintage Soul. And then I replaced Jen's scatter with Erin's scatter. I got rid of the ornate grunge and added in a Vintage Soul paint by Jennifer Conlin. Oh gosh, I hope I said that right. And instead of an ornate little thingy-majiggy over in the top left corner, I added in typography. And I did make some changes there because it wasn't very easy to see with the paper I used. So if you take a look at normal, you see some faint light green stuff. So I went ahead and changed the blend mode to linear burn, and it pops up a little bit better. And I just like that little splash of color, little hint of graffiti. All right. I also wanted to have this be a little bit more pop out and in the colors of Vintage Soul. So I went ahead and added both a flat element from Cicada Designs as well as a more 3D element from Tracy B Creations that I added a drop shadow to. And finally, just because I love layering it and I love this little torn piece of paper from Mixed Media by Erin, I added that as well. I chose not to add a date. I did choose to add in one of the stamps. The Vintage Soul collection is filled with tons of stamp elements, and I absolutely adore these. They are so fun. I added a picture of me post-surgery just to show how happy and glowing and alive I am versus wan and sick and fading away to nothing. I replaced Jen's customary staple. It comes with a lot of her templates, and I adore staples, but I also adore washi tape. So I added this paper bit from Erin Wright, Mixed Media by Erin, and kind of treated it like washi tape. All right, some ephemera from Cindy Ritter. We already went over this little scripted bit. I added in the typewriter because I felt like it was giving me the typewriteriness of a second chance, and it gave a real vintage effect. And finally, I'm going to go over my title, Second Chance. I already explained why that was important to me, so that's not the point here. The point is I want to talk about which font I used, and I used Ginger Gin. I think it goes really well with the vintageness of it, and I used the aged effect. This font has several different ones. You can do full color, which is a black full color, and I like that, and it pops out more. I also like the regular and the shadow, and that is more the regular with a shadow style applied to give it kind of a 3D effect. But again, the favorite for me is the aged one. It just seems to really go with the whole vintage soul look and feel. Anyway, head on over to the studio, grab some amazing deals this iNSD weekend, and get your scrap on.